I was recently exploring the internet and got onto the topic of the M17 project. M17 is a new digital voice mode like DMR, Yaesu Fusion and D-Star, but the difference is that it's completely open source, including the vocoder. All the other common digital voice modes we use in amateur radio use the Ambi vocoder or some variation of it. M17 uses the Codec 2 vocoder that's also used in FreeDV. The benefit of using an open source vocoder is that we're a lot more free to create and experiment with things when the entire source code to run all of it is open source and not encumbered by patents. For example, you can implement M17 in SDR software without having to worry about getting sued, or radio manufacturers can implement it without having to pay large sums of money to a particular company for the vocoder. At the moment it's not that easy to use M17 over RF because there aren't any radios for it that you can just buy and start using. But what you can easily do, and what I'm trying out for the first time in this video, is to download an app called DroidStar and connect to a reflector using M17 over the internet.
Yeah, okay, Peter. This is with clipping set to 0 dBs. This is with clipping set to 4 dBs. That's clipping at 8 dBs. Clipping at 12 dBs. Clipping at 16 dBs. And that's back to 0 dBs clipping. And pre-emphasis, this is the setting I've been using at 0.33. That's pre-emphasis turned off completely. That is pre-emphasis set to maximum. And that's pre-emphasis set to 2/3 on an arbitrary scale. And that's pre-emphasis set back to where it was before. JKBB.
Yeah, okay. You had my undivided attention when you were making those experiments. I didn't hear a huge amount of difference with the clipping, but the pre-emphasis made quite a difference. And as you were making the adjustments towards the end, it sounded, on the pre-emphasis, it started to sound more natural sounding, more sort of communications quality audio. It's sort of missing any any sort of high frequency response, and as you increase the pre-emphasis, I guess to be expected, it started bringing up the high frequency response, and it actually started to sound quite a bit better. If you wait till 10 o'clock on the hubnetwork.uk website, there's a half an hour recordings, so from 8:30 till 9 and 9 till, you want the 9:30 till 10 recording, which is produced at 1 minute past 10. And you can have a listen to this conversation. You can hear you and I talking now, and you'll be able to listen back to that self, and it's quite useful when you've got some audio to sort of compare and contrast against. But I actually quite liked it with quite a bit of pre-emphasis. Back to you, Dave.
Yeah, JKBB. Okay, that's set back to about 2/3. So it's a bit more pre-emphasis than I was using beforehand. Yeah, okay. I think it was you, Peter, who pointed out to me that you can listen to recordings from HubNet before. I didn't realise until then that you could do that. Peter, thank you very much for your help. I think I'm going to go off and get myself a glass of wine and relax a bit. And Ben, if you're still there, thank you very much again to you for the assistance as well. Back to you for a final, Peter, from JKBB.
G7RPG returning. Yeah, nice to speak to you again. Yeah, really interesting. The live audio stream is, it is live, but it's due to the buffering in the clients or whatever you're using. I guess well, of course you must be using a web browser, of course, that tends to buffer up quite a bit of the audio, hence the delay. Right, you are. Good evening. Enjoy your glass of wine. 7-3, good evening. This is G7RPG.
Yeah, JKVB. Yeah, no, thanks again, Peter, and sterling work on the software of that. So thank you very much for doing it. Yeah, it's coming through a web browser, so I get just enough delay that I can sort of say something, then pause and listen to it. But then when I start a QSO and I forget it's switched on, it's most confusing. Both come through the headphones. 7-3 is JKBB.
Uh, 20KZA. Just before you disappear, Dave and Peter, I had my camera on just now, recording a little video, because I really want to post a demo of this. I just thought it was fascinating to see and hear M17 working. Would you guys mind if I posted that last section on the internet? Obviously I didn't tell you that I was recording beforehand, so it's completely okay if you say no. But if you do say yes, then I'll just post it on my YouTube channel so other people can see what it sounds like. Back to you.
Yeah, JKBB. Yeah, it's all right by me, but get Peter to say so as well. Ben, if it's any interest to you, I just did a screenshot of Quisk with the M17 status information. Happy to send you that screen print as well if you give me an email address.
Yeah, hi Ben. No problem at all. This is ham radio, isn't it? So it's being broadcast for general reception anyway. I wish you'd have told me beforehand, because I'd have put my best radio voice on, but no, I look forward to seeing it. 20KZA, this is G7RPG. Just a quick one for you, Ben. I'm actually on DMR now. I'm just curious, I wonder how that's making it across to you.
Yeah, you're sounding fine. It's coming through really well. I didn't really notice any difference. Now that you point it out, maybe it's a tiny bit more muffled sounding, but it still sounds perfectly clear and understandable, and I wouldn't think like, oh, the audio quality's worse or anything. So yeah, that sounds good to me. Back to you from 20KZA.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, you won't see any call sign routing because the DMR goes into one reflector, and then the NWR reflector is hosted by some friends at HubNet, so just let us use the channel on his reflector. So it's just analog. So there's two, obviously there's a vocoder which converts the DMR to analog, and then analog back to codec 2 again. So that's how that's happening. So of course you're just seeing the call sign and the bridge come up. Good stuff. Yeah, I was listening to you and Dave talking actually on analog on the all-star system here, and then I was listening to you on DMR, and I couldn't really hear any different. There wasn't too much lost in translation going from AMBI to codec 2. It seems to preserve the audio quite well. Cheers. Just thought I'd ask G7RPG.